So I thought I would share a video tonight for restoring, for an evening practice. It's sunset, it's the end of a cycle, it's the end of a day, and I've just been on this huge journey. I just ran 500 kilometers across the Namibian desert, and it was divine. And so I might weave in a few of the perspectives of the learnings of my journey across Namibia as I toughed it out. And because I ran and my body's all contracted, I thought this could be very nourishing and nurturing. So it's a very deep, restorative, inward practice. I hope that you will join me in simmering and stressing to a certain edge. And believe me, in Namibia, I was stressed to my extreme edges. Bring together some comfy blankets, bolsters, cushions, blocks, things that can support you. My race was self-supported, so I am all for bringing in everything that is going to hold you in this space with love and grace. And so let's join together in a seated pose. Bring your thumb and first finger together and just rest them upon your thighs. Close down your eyes and just land in your space and breathe. Find your breath and just notice it, and just sit within you, landing in your body, this beautiful body that carries you through this lifetime, this vessel of strength. That, you know what, when you need to dig deep, you will find all of the resources within you. So sit and just honor this body that is you, that carries you through. And this is your life suit, so sit in it. And whenever you're ready, moving slowly to a 4-point pose. So bringing the heels of your hands beneath your shoulders, your arms pushed straight. Grip with your fingertips as if you're clawing the earth. Knees and shins and tops of your feet press into the mat so your spine is straight and neutral and your neck aligns with your spine. Pushing your tailbone back as you exhale, shine your heart forward and lift your chin to look up ahead. And then curl like a cat, curling it in, pressing your spine to curve. Moving through this motion with your breath, awakening your spine and awakening your body, expressing yourself and pushing and curling, contracting and unfurling. This is just the beginning of this body expanding and awakening and nurturing your body. Landing in your neutral pose. And then unfurl your right fingertips to the sky. Reach up, pressing your hand towards the clouds. And then curling your right arm underneath to drop your right shoulder down to the earth with your right arm extended. You can bring your left arm round to find the top thigh on the right side and just twisting open there. And then pressing your left palm down to push yourself back up and unfurl again. Let's press our right palm down and move to the left side, reaching up with your left fingertips extend. And then rolling and pressing your left shoulder and cheek to the earth, moving your right palm round to seek your left thigh this time. And just taking a breath, twisting open, and then pressing your right palm down to push back up to the left to open up. And return to your 4-point pose. Extend your right arm forward, look to your right thumb and press your right shin to the earth to release your left leg. Strong and straight line. Focus on your left heel and push it into the back wall. And then look at your right thumb and extend your right arm, holding strong and then releasing. And let's set up your left side. So extend your left arm strong and straight. Press your left shin to the earth to reach your right heel back. Finding right angles, creating a press through your back foot, strong through your core, and then soften and just extend back to your 4-point pose. Bring your heels together, push your knees out to the edge of the mat, and we're going to sink down into a child's pose. Let's activate our arms, so bring our fingers to a claw, a tripod, and then press your forehead to the earth in deepest reverence. Oh my goodness. I have just had this beautiful experience with Earth, just feeling moments of complete bliss and interconnectedness. It was so majestic to move across the beautiful lands. It was desolate and uninhabitable, but so vast and expansive and alive. I just felt this wonderful energy out there, and hopefully I get to share some of that with you. Extending all of my deepest gratitude for the grace that allowed me to a safe passage across the desert. You know, I am so blessed to have been able to be there, and just would like to honor the goddess, our mama, for her guidance to get me to the finish line. She held me and supported me and offered up to me all of the challenges to overcome. And I accepted and surrendered and pushed with my whole heart and soul. And she offered me serenity in return. And I just wish to thank her deeply for that experience. Okay, and pushing back. Pressing palms to the earth, aligning your knees and tucking your toes to lift your hips to a downward facing dog. And stretching into this beautiful pose where we're pushing our knuckles down, tightening, pushing through our forearms and tightening our upper arms. Straighten through our back, so that might be moving the shoulders down slightly to lift our hips, soften the knees and sink the heels. And because of my desert journey, I feel like tightness down my back chain of my body. So I'm just going to move through those cues, like pushing, tightening, lifting, softening, sinking, and just finding those extra bits, millimeters of space and strength and softness. Deeply breathing in the downward dog. nourishing the body with the breath. And then looking to the thumbs and taking the gentlest of strolls towards them, tiptoeing as you go. Softly placing your feet next to your hands and curling, draping. Knees can be soft here and just surrendering, offering your crown towards the earth. Maybe swaying gently, offering a bit of movement through the hips and the side body. Landing in stillness in the forward fold. Maybe pushing back, extending the legs back to create some stretch through the hamstrings. And then we roll, gently stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. We roll our shoulders back and our neck extends and we elevate. Palms face forward to receive all the goodness. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. And just breathing here, and bring your hands to a namaste in prayer in front of your heart space. And tonight we'll keep this movement so simple, so present. Each movement with breath, each movement with complete presence, with mindfulness. Because all we have is this moment, this present moment. And running across the desert, I was just living, existing within this simplicity of the now. Just simply finding the path of least resistance every day. Release your palms and inhale to reach up and press them above. Extend into that space beyond, and then keeping your palms pressed, folding. Folding over to reach the floor on a forward fold. Rising, pressing your palms to your shins and extending your spine to a halfway lift. Pressing your palms back down to the mat and stepping your right foot and then your left foot back into a plank. Pushing, doming through your upper back. Your core is activated. Heels are pushing to the back of the room, and then soften your knees to the earth. Untuck your toes and bring your chest and chin to the earth. With your elbows tucked towards your body, pushing up as you inhale into a baby cobra. And release 2 more times with your breath, rolling your spine. And releasing. And 1 more time, rolling and releasing. Tuck your toes and push back to your knees. Then lift your hips and we'll meet in a downward dog once more. Remembering those nourishing breaths. Drinking in the life force and finding your pose. Pushing, softening, sinking, lifting. Your neck is soft. And then we look to our thumbs once more and take that lush romantic stroll to the top of the mat towards your thumbs, gently draping over. And then pressing your palms to your shins to extend to your halfway lift. Again, softening, forward folding to rise, rooting through your feet. Feeling life force rising with you, rolling your shoulders back, gathering the energy of the sun. Oh my goodness, the sun in Namibia was so strong. That solar force was wow, it was wicked. On days when it was 46 degrees, there was nothing I could do but submit to the solar forces. And then, humbled by her power, meet her with more humility, and go again and again, and then utilize her strength and find it in my body, all of that solar force to find in my body. It was there. The goddesses guided me. It was so beautiful to, grow stronger and stronger in my body. And let us flow through another sun salutation in her honor. Reach up, press your palms, look up, and then float down with your palms pressed to your forward fold. As you exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. This time step your left foot back and then your right, finding that strength through your plank pose, chaturanga. So tucking your elbows into your body, coming down to right angles with your elbows, pulling up through to upward facing dog, and then rolling over your toes to downward facing dog. Landing here, feeling the heat building in your body, pushing through your palms, sinking through your heels, lifting through your hips. Soften your neck, gaze to your toes. Release the heat. Look forward. This time, crouch and gently pounce like a wildcat of the desert as you come to your halfway lift, and then soften. And then we rise like the morning sun every day with so much splendor and beauty. Reach up and bring your hands to your heart center. And then release. And we will float down once more. So pressing your palms together, but this time bringing the backs of your palms together, the backs of your hands to part the clouds as you release down to the earth. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, press your palms. This time we're going to tuck our elbows in and we're going to jump back to chaturanga. Moving through your vinyasa to upward facing dog and downward facing dog. That's our sun salutation section kind of done. We're going to move through a vinyasa flow, a series of poses woven together with transitions, and just be in the moment, be in your body and follow the beautiful flow, the life force within you. Feel the energy moving in your body as you bring your left foot to center to release your right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Then tucking your knee to your chest in a tiger curl, step your right foot to your right thumb. Unfurling to the right side, looking up to your right thumb as you reach, extending your right arm. Then moving your right arm forward, follow your hand with your gaze and bring your right palm to the inside of your right foot. Back foot lands in a 90-degree angle, and we're going to rise to your warrior S2 pose. So sinking into your warrior pose, flipping your palm, reaching back into this beautiful revolved warrioress. And then as you extend your knee, your front knee, bringing your arms to shoulder height again. Reach forward. And this is where it's a good time to maybe pick up a block. Press your right palm onto the block. Trikonasana pose. Creating the shapes of the dunes. It's wondrous, these silhouettes of sand in the skyline. And breathing in your Trikonasana, bring your left palm to your left hip. Take your block on a journey to the top right-hand corner of your mat and extend your left leg. Dorsiflex your left foot. Half moon pose. On the third night, I awoke in the night to go to the loo outside the tent. There was a beautiful, cosmic, golden moon. It was so magical. I have never seen such a beautiful moon. And then releasing into your forward fold. Just moving your legs to the side of the mat so your feet are on a 45-degree angle, pointing outwards so you can sink into your yogi squat. And just take a minute here. Maybe bring your forehead to your fingertips and press them to your third eye. And just connect with your source of intuition, of guidance. As I guide you tonight, I've got a beautiful story to share with you about divine guidance. I'll save that for the end. Press your palms down on the mat. Bring your legs to center. And then press your palms down again. We're going to do that jump back to chaturanga. So tucking your elbows in towards your body, into your center line. And then coming to a pounce to jump back to your low plank. Moving through your vinyasa. Back to downward dog. Bringing your right foot to center of the mat. Releasing your left. Extend and push your left heel high. Then tuck your left knee. Moving through to press your left foot to left thumb. Unfurling your twisted lunge. Looking up to your left thumb. And follow your arm as you press your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Your back foot lands at a 90-degree angle. And we rise to Warrior S2 again with arms extended at shoulder height, sinking into your front knee. Back leg is activated and strong. And then reversing that Warrior S. Giving her grace. And then moving out of your front knee, bringing your arms to shoulder height. We're going to move forward to our Trikonasana. So your back foot can come to a 45-degree angle. As you reach forward, bring your left palm to the block and look up to your right hand. Everything extending. This is a beautiful back twist as well. So there's a lot of delicious simmering in this Trikonasana pose. Take another breath. And then we bring our right hand to right hip. Block journeys to the top left of the mat and then lifting. Right leg strong and straight. Pressing your right heel And then unfurl your arm to just be in this beautiful moonlit balance. We're in a new moon now, but the sun has set and the moon is rising. And so feeling now into that restorative power, just releasing and softening into a forward fold. From here, we will sweep up into a little chair pose, not for long. This will be our last strong pose as we sit into our chair. Sit onto our throne, lift our beautiful golden moon. Imagine you're holding a golden moon in your palms and bring your palms to this beautiful lotus cup pose, mudra with your hands, sitting down to your Navasana, your boat pose. Okay, I promise this is the last strong pose. Sitting here, expressing, shining your heart space, and then softening down to earth. And from here, we'll do a series of yin poses. So really just going to release our hips. So bring your feet to the earth. Bring your right knee across your left. So bringing your right ankle over your left thigh, reaching through your legs and grabbing either the back of your left thigh or your left shin and pulling, gently easing your right knee towards you. This is just a really simple hip opening. And especially when it's like, your body's been put through a lot on a long run. Your body, your muscles are contracting and inflamed, and so this is just a beautiful way to simmer and stretch into those places that tighten up. And then release your left heel, left sole to the earth. Cross over your right knee and move your right hips, shimmy them to the right, and then allow your knees to soften to the left, and then looking back over to your right fingertips and just let it go here. This gentle twist as you soften to the earth and surrender. Isn't it beautiful to just be comfortable in this space? And then moving back to center. And we'll do the other side. So align yourself again. Find your central axis again. And bringing your left knee across and your left ankle over your right thigh this time. And pulling your right leg towards you. And just meeting your edges. Because believe me, beyond those edges is where the treasures, that's where they reside. When we risk, when we reach beyond, when we reach out, that's when we realize we are so supported. And that's where we find trust, the resolve to trust again. This resolute self-belief that doesn't come from being comfortable. So embrace the comfort when you're in it, but reach to be without it also. Let's move to twist towards the right, dropping the knees to the right, and then looking out over the left shoulder, down and looking to the left thumb. It's beautiful how the body actually recovers and restores. And I've just really been allowing my experience to land and just do my own 20-minute practice daily in this beautiful space that I've got, this gorgeous yoga room, and feeling very blessed to be here and to have these luxurious comforts around me, and just practicing quietly on my own, just offering my body the recovery, the restorative qualities of this beautiful, beautiful practice. Moving back to center and finding center. And then we're going to, let's bring the bolster beneath the heart space and rolling over. So just adjusting my top, so I might have ruffled the mic there, but I'm going to release my arms back. Soles of the feet come together. Soften the knees open. Allow them to drape, to land, and take a deep breath in and release. And we'll just gently soften in this reclined butterfly. I saw butterflies in the desert. These beautiful little creatures that remind me of transformation, and it felt like I went through this metamorphosis out in the desert, and just emerged with more acknowledgement of beauty, of the beauty within me and around me, and definitely am counting my blessings right now. And so while we're here in this gorgeous opening of our heart space pose, I'll just share with you the most divine story that came with me, that travels with me from the darkest depths of the Namibian desert, where I found myself on the final stage of running after I had ran for 9 days, and I had nothing left. I had no fuel left in my pockets and no energy left in my body, and I was so exhausted, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and I actually was questioning how am I going to do this? How am I going to finish? How did I get here in my life to be running on my own through the Namibian desert? And out onto the track jumped a beautiful black and white sheepdog. And he guided me, this divine creature. My guardian angel guided me. He ran 47 kilometers by my side, in front of me, with me, through the desert. For about 7-8 hours, he stayed with me. He showed me the way. He took me out of my body, and he brought me home. And it was so special to surrender completely and be given this divine guidance, just this beautiful treasure. My soul dog I called Libertine. The theme of my journey across Namibia was liberty, freedom to run, and he ran with me wild and free, and my Libertine was the most special story that I can ever share, and I'm just so grateful that I got to share that part of the journey with him. And So we're going to just gently roll from our bolsters, cushions, blocks, and just come to a curled up position on your side. Give yourself a hug. Snuggle in. I've got a couple of blankets here, or I might just put one over me and just take a moment's rest. And that small little practice every day, it's just a bit of self-love, self-nurture, and hopefully it gives you a bit of restorative peace as well. And I'm just going to stay here for a few more minutes. I'm all tucked up. I feel rested, definitely released any tension in my body, and I hope that it's helped you to soften into yourself as well. Thank you for joining me tonight, and good night.